Hello everybody, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis. It's in the state of Tennessee. It's in the county of Shelby. Today is day, early Sunday morning, August 20, 28th, 2016. Time 5:30 a.m. First, say thank you to all my fans, my support, for your continued encouragement and support. I continue to keep myself employed right here in this Memphis tri-state area. I continue to further my education at Monroe College online. I'm pursuing my associate degree, studying business management, concentration marketing. The music here in the background is African hip hop. African hip hop. You can find all your radio stations online, and that's African hip hop. And for today's video, we're gonna continue talking about African traditional religion. Let me turn around. African traditional religion is being taught. They teach the professors teach African traditional religion is being taught in institutions of higher learning, colleges and universities in sub-Saharan Africa. In sub-Saharan Africa, you can earn a bachelor's degree, master's degree, PhD in African traditional religion. Now, sometimes I may not say it because, some individuals, they think they're so smart and they think that others are dumb, stupid. Now, African traditional religion online being taught online at the Open University of Nigeria and the University of South Africa. Now, there are some individuals who have this mentality that for some apparent reason they are smarter than others and others are dumber than they are, and they want to be a smart ass and then get them a laptop and call themselves going to try to get admitted to the class and call themselves going to learn African traditional religion online because they smarter than everybody else. Meaning that their intention is not to learn African traditional. What they trying to do is get some information. You understand what I'm saying? They're trying to get information. And after they get the information, they want to distort the information so they can deceive others with the distorted information because they're smart and the people at the Open University of Nigeria are dumb, and the rest of us and the people at the university, the instructors at the University of South Africa, because these individuals are smart and the instructors and the sincere students like myself are stupid and dumb. But one thing I always tell people, see, you never understand what my motive is. When I tell you that they teach African traditional religion online at the campus, and you think you smart, but see, that's how I find you. That's how I find you. See, that's how I find you. See, you got to come out in the open. See, you got to come out in the open. You can't lay dormant. You got to come out in the open. And when you come out in the open, see, See, you got an open. See, now you're not hiding, you're not dormant. See, I can identify you, and not only can I identify you, I can locate you. And when I locate you, but like I say, they teach African, the instructors, professors, they teach African traditional religion in sub-Sahara. Where sub-Sahara? Well, let's look at the map. Now, this here is a language map, linguistic map. It shows you all the groups of people on the African continent as well as around the African continent. Now, you see sub-Saharan Africa. Now, that blue color, it shows you the people that are living in that area, in that region of the African continent, the Afro-Asiatic, the Afro-Asiatic. The yellow color is the Nilo-Saharan. That dark orange looking color, very dark orange looking color, that's the Niger Congo A. Now that light orange color, that's the Niger Congo B, Bantu. Now this is the other half of the map, showing you sub-Saharan Africa. And it's showing you the people that live in sub-Saharan Africa. See the color code? It's showing you that the blue color represents the Afro-Asiatic. The yellow color represents the Nilo-Saharan. The dark orange color represents the Niger Congo A. The light orange color represents the Niger Congo B, the Bantu. Now the green color, that green color, that's the Kwe sand. The Kwe are the pastoralists. The sand are the hunter-gatherers. The sand are the hunter-gatherers. Now, over there on the island of Madagascar, that lavender purple looking color, the Austronesians. Now, who are the Austronesians? The Austronesians are not the original inhabitants of the island of Madagascar. They are the people that came from Indonesia. They migrated from Indonesia, settled on Madagascar, colonized Madagascar. They are not the original inhabitants. Now, this is another map. It shows you sub-Saharan Africa. And it shows you the people. This is a language map. It shows you the people that live. It shows you the people that live in sub-Saharan. Now, when I copied this paper off the printer, down here at the bottom, a little piece of the bottom didn't get copied on there. Now this shows you the people. This is the Niger Congo. Now, the Niger-Congo language primary branch, Volta, Congo, and South Volta, Bantu, Bantu or beside Bantu, other East Benue Congo, your West Benue Congo, your Kwai. Then you have your North Volta, your Kru, Sanufo, your Gur Volta language, your Adamawa Ubangian language, your other primary branches, your Kordofan, your Mandi, your Atlantic, and your Dogon. Now this is another Niger-Congo language map. It shows you sub-Saharan Africa, and it shows you the people that live in sub-Saharan Africa. The Niger-Congo. Now, your Atlantic branch, your Wolof, and your Fule, and also your Sira that's not mentioned on here. Now there are many Niger-Congo that are not mentioned. Your Mandi, Bambare, Mandinka, Dayule, your Kru, your Gur, Moor language, your Kwai, Bali, Akan, Iwi, Dogon, Ajor, Adamawa, Ubangi, Jabaye, Banda, and Zandi. Your Kordofanian, your non-Bantoid, Yaruba, and Igbo. Your Bantoid, Fang, Tiki, Lingale, Mongo, and Kundu, Congo, Choki, Lube, Luganda, Rwanda, Rundi, Sukume, Kikuyu, Bantu, Swahili, Bakue, and Nyanje, Bimbe, Shone, Tsange, Northern Soto, Zulu, Southern Soto, Tosa, Tiswane, Ndange, Mbandu. Let's get to our read. We're gonna start. We're gonna start our reading from the book titled West African Traditional Religion, written by Dr. Joseph Omasede Awelelu and Dr. P. Adalumo Dopemu. We read from chapter 6, God and Man. 6:1, Man's Origin. We're gonna start right where we left off. Ori is closely related to God, and it is given to man by God himself. This relationship can be seen in one of the Yoruba names of God that we have examined, namely Orisi or Orisi. Orisi when analyzed etymologically, means the source being, or the source from which being originates. This shows that it is only the supreme being that can put ori, the essence of being or the personality soul, into man. It is believed that basically all ori is good is derived from the supreme being, but the condition of man in the world, how he spends his life in relation to his environment, and his general conduct can always make a change in the state of his ori. In the light of this, man can have good ori or bad ori, depending on various factors. A person's character may spoil his good ori and even make it bad to the effect that his whole course of life is adversely affected. Sorcerers, witches, and evil men can make a man's good ori to deteriorate. To deteriorate. The fact that the ori can be good or bad is seen in some Yoruba sayings. A person who is lucky and prosperous is known as Olori Iri, one who possesses good ori, while an unfortunate and unlucky one is called Olori Buruku, Olori Buruku, one who possesses a bad ori. It is also believed that a person whose ori is bad can be a source of danger to other people. One who possesses a bad ori do not get me into trouble. Oko ori Baruku rerun me. He infected me with his bad ori, or through his bad ori, he embroiled me in trouble. It is also believed that once ori has been made bad, the condition is unalterable. Because people say ori Baruku Kojibu Osi. A bad ori cannot be rectified with soap. The significance of the saying then is that no amount of magic and medicine can rectify an ori that is already bad. Such a bad ori is seen in people that go through a chain of misfortunes, even though they try might and main to get out of them. And such people, their bad ori have affected adversely the whole course of their lives. To any of them, it can be said, ori, inu, ribata od, g. His inner ori spoils the outer one for him. But the Yoruba go further to show ori as a semi-split entity. In this way, ori is considered to be man's double or counterpart or guardian angel. It is believed that it is ori conceived as man's guardian angel that receives man's destiny, which we shall examine shortly. It is further believed that good or ill fortune attends one according to the will of ori. Hence, we pray for a person going on a journey or undertaking an enterprise. Ki ori ka o sin o lo o. May ori go with you, or may ori prosper you. When a young woman is going to her husband's house, she is instructed to take ori along, and not just beauty, because beauty is ephemeral, but it is ori that abides with one in the husband's house. Ori is exclusively okay. The Yoruba further believe that once ori inner head is in good order, the whole man is in good condition. That is why ori is elevated to the level of a divinity and worshipped by man. And people say ori lebe atuta and befa, or we say sile. It is rather ori that should be worshipped. And or we say divinities left out. In fact, the cult of Ori is prevalent all over Yoruba land. Ori is exclusive worship by adults. The physical head is the symbol of Ori Inu, the inner head personality, soul, or man's guardian angel, and it is used for ritual purposes. When a person is instructed by the oracle to propitiate his Ori, small bits of items of sacrifice are stuck on the forehead. Such small bits include cola nut, fish, fowl, pounded yam, and blood of animals or bird victim. Since it is generally believed that the Ori of parents can bring fortune to their children, it is usually dictated by oracle that a person should make offerings to the Ori of his parents when such a person wants things to be well with him. Parents too are conscious of this, and a mother will pray for a daughter going to her new marital home. Ori ma, a sent Olo, meaning may my Ori go with you, that is, guide you and bless you. Offerings made to the Ori of living parents are handed over to the parents who offer them to their Ori and pray for the children who bring the offerings. But when parents are dead, the soul of a father is represented by the right big toe of his son who is making the offering, while the soul of the mother is represented by the left big toe. And the libation to the paternal ancestor is applied to the right big toe, and that to the paternal ancestor is applied to the left big toe. It is also to be noted that the Yoruba describe destiny as Apin Ori, the Ori's portion or lot. Apin Ori signifies that the Yoruba have a belief in predestination. In other words, they believe that anything that happens to man on earth or man's doing on earth has been predestined even before man comes into the world. It is what the Ori has been predestined to have that it brings into the world and carries about throughout life. We'll stop right there. And we've been reading from chapter 6, God and Man. 6:1, man's origin, as conceived by the Yoruba. Been reading from the book titled West African Traditional Religion, written by Dr. Joseph Omasede Ewelelu and Dr. P. Adenumo Lupenu. And also, while we on our reading, I haven't forgot. I'm in, in, in trying to convey a message. Uh, we're gonna continue to get in contact with the Niger Congo in sub-Saharan Africa. They need to be informed. They need to be informed about the street gang in Chicago, Illinois. They need to be informed about the drug gang in Chicago, Illinois. They need to be informed about the street gang in Los Angeles, California. They need to be informed about the drug gang in Los Angeles, California. And one thing that can be a help in explaining what you mean when you say drug gang, street gang, drug gang. Well, BET, the network BET, Black Entertainment Television, They did a series of programs, and the name of the program was American Gangster. That'll be a help in your explanation of what it is you're talking about when you say street gang and drug gang, and what you're talking about in Chicago, Illinois, and Los Angeles, California. Matter of fact, in Canada, Mexico, Central America, South America, the Caribbean, and around the world. We're going to continue our read, but get in contact with the Knights of Congo because they need to be informed. We're going to continue our reading from the book titled African Traditional Religion and Definition, written by Dr. E. Baloja Adowu. Chapter 5, The Structure of African Traditional Religion. And we're reading from Belief in God. And we're reading from Belief in God. Those who take one look at other people's religion and assert glibly that such people have no clear concept of God or no concept of God at all should first look within themselves and face honestly the question, how clear is the concept of God to me? How clear is it to my own people? The generality of them and not the few leading thinkers among them. If a man is honest and is not just someone who is merely setting one religion against another in competition, he will conceive that there are mysteries here as elsewhere, and that a good deal of ignorance, muddy thinking, and general lack of precise knowledge about the subject is universal. That wherever there have been attempts to probe the unsearchable, each people has only succeeded in the extent which the native capabilities of their prophets, seers, and thinkers could carry them. What we regard loosely as the concept of God with reference to any particular people or race is thus only a result attained by the few privileged ones through their spiritual discernment and mental or intellectual efforts, and communicated to the generality of the people. The faith once delivered to the saints is a phrase, the individual elements of which are very vital to the understanding of the whole. But what is most relevant to the point that we are making here is the phrase to the saints, which signifies a particular category within the community which is capable of receiving or appropriating divine communication, through whom it teaches the generality and whose faith works as leaven on the whole lump. Go stop right there. We've been reading from chapter 5, the structure of African traditional religion, belief in God. And we've been reading from the book titled African Traditional Religion, a definition written by Dr. E. Eloja Adowu. We're going to continue our reading from the book titled African Religions and Philosophy, written by Dr. John S. M. Beatty. We read from chapter 17, the concepts of evil, ethics, and justice. A, the origin and nature of evil. Most African peoples accept or acknowledge God as the first, as acknowledge God as the final guardian of law and order and of the moral and ethical codes. Therefore, the breaking of such order, whether by the individual or by a group, is ultimately an offense by the corporate body of society. For example, before the Gikuyu sacrifice and pray for rain, they first inquire from a diviner or seer why God has allowed such a long drought to come upon them. The animal for sacrifice must be of one color and be donated by or bought from a person who is honest, trustworthy, and has not committed murder, theft, rape, or had any connection with poison, witchcraft, or poisoning. In this and the previous examples, we see that murder, theft, and the like are considered offenses against God. The guilt of one person involves his entire household, including his animals and property. The pollution of the individual is corporately the pollution of those related to him, whether they are human beings, animals, or material goods. We have considered myths concerning the first men and seen how the disobedience of the original men involved the rest of their descendants in a corporate offense against God, so that the punishment he executed on them, death, separation from him, withdrawal of free food, loss of immortality, and the like, automatically became the punishment for all their descendants. Gonna stop right there. We've been reading from chapter 17, the concepts of evil, ethics, and justice. We've been reading A, the origin and nature of evil. We've been reading from the book titled African Religions and Philosophy, written by Dr. John S. M. Beatty. We're going to continue our reading from the book titled Concepts of God in Africa, written by Dr. John S. M. Beatty. We're reading from part 4, God and Man. We're reading number 16, worship, sacrificing, and offerings. We continue to read from sacrifice and offerings. The Hallelujah sacrifice to God, for which reason they refer to him as the one to whom sacred rites and sacrifices are made or paid. They believe that he receives or rejects the sacrifices which are made at harvest time or at the birth, naming, circumcision, wedding, and funeral of a person. They slaughter bulls, goats, or chickens and call upon God. At the naming ceremony, the child's grandmother strangles a white chicken. At a funeral, the sacrifices and prayers are intended to secure peace for the deceased. At harvest time, they are an expression of joy and gratitude to God. The Akambe consider God to be so good that he does them no evil, and they see no reason, therefore, for sacrifices to him. They make sacrifices only on important occasions, including planting time before the crops ripen, at the harvest of the first fruits, at threshing time, when they purify a village after an epidemic, formerly when men return from successful raids, and most of all when the rains fail or delay. Normally, the sacrificial animals are oxen, sheep, goats, or the mountain coney, which is not eaten. In cases of severe drought, they formally sacrifice a child, which they buried alive in a shrine. The Akan and Ashanti have altars in their home compounds in which they make offerings to God. The offerings consist of food, especially eggs among the Akan, and wine. Let's stop right there. Okay, we've been reading from number 16, worship, sacrifices, and offerings. And we've been reading from part 4, God and Man. We've been reading from the book titled Concepts of God in Africa, written by Dr. John S. M. Beatty. before we end today's video, we're gonna continue with our languages because we want to learn to respect our culture and our customs of the Niger Congo. Whatever information, whatever we need to learn about the Nilo-Saharan, about the Afro-Asiatic, about the Quake sand, we know that the Niger Congo will teach all of us that are descendants of the Niger Congo. They'll teach us about slavery. They'll teach us about any and everything we need to know. Now, every time I click on anything, it jumps. See, that's what, every time I click, sometimes it'll do that. Let me add one here. Okay, you can go to the Peace Corps. As you know, the Peace Corps have, courses and learning, and also the Foreign Service Institute. The Peace Corps is a United States of America government agency, government, and also the Foreign Service Institute. That's where your diplomats and your ambassadors, things in there, they go all around the world. Peace Corps go all around the world to all these countries and nations promoting peace. And in order for you to be able to go to a foreign country, you don't know who these people are. You have to be able to speak the language, correspond, communicate with the people, the locals, the natives, whatever you want. You have to at least be able to speak the language. And that's what Peace Corps do. That was the Foreign Service Institute. That's what they do. They have courses and lessons and things in it. They have audios and videos to teach the volunteers or the people who work for the Foreign Service, ambassadors, diplomats, at the embassies and consulates and things of this nature. And the African nation of Mali, Peace Corps had courses, Bambari course, and you can go to Peace Corps, Mali, and you can learn Bambari. They have courses and ebooks. They have 13 audios from Bambari. Now let's click back over here. Okay. Now, the African nation Burkina Faso, Peace Corps, they have courses on the Moor language. They have courses and ebooks. They have 21 audios in Burkina Faso on the Moor language. Now, the African nation Senegal, they have courses, they have ebooks, and they have 27 audios for Wolof. They have 27 Wolof audios. Now I know the question everybody asking, like, how is it that you sit there and you got audio? Well, sometimes, I'm working on a job that I got that I'm working on right now. I'm working 12 on, 12 out through the weekdays, and when I do have my off time, sometimes your off day can be like a work day. You have to make time. You have things you have to do. Not making excuses, but sometimes you have to manage your time. And then I'm still going to school too. And so I try to manage my time, but I'm not trying to neglect being able to learn, speak the Niger Congo language. Some of the things we've done in the past with our languages and learn one-on-one, I still remember, but I want to learn more and become more proficient excuse me, in learning the Niger Congo languages because, first of all, like I said, you need to respect your own, you need to respect the culture and the custom of the Niger Congo people. That's where I'm descended from. And you need to respect the culture and their custom and need to learn what you need to learn. And let me see, okay, that's the Wolof in Senegal. Now the African nation Gambia, Peace Corps in Gambia, and they have courses, ebooks, 25 Mandinka audios, 25 Mandinka audios. Now the African nation of Guinea, the Fulani people, the Fulani. Now you want to learn Fulani. There are courses, there are ebooks, and 52 Fulani audios. 52 Fulani audios. The African nation of Guinea. Now, the African nation of Sierra Leone. Before we go to Sierra Leone, the African nation of Guinea-Bissau. The African nation of Guinea-Bissau, the Peace Corps go there too. Let's make this clear. The African nation, the Peace Corps go to all these African nations. Now, sometimes there may be a war, civil war, whatever, or disturbing of the political strife, and the Peace Corps may not be able to be there at that time. Such as, for example, there's the Zimbabwe. You've been hearing things reported in the news, like African 54. They've been reporting that been protests against President Mugabe. Well, with that type of political instability, the Peace Corps they can't be in an area where the volunteers are in danger. You see what I'm saying? Or Central African Republic, or where there's Burundi, the African nation Burundi, there's political instability and things in nature. But overall, the Peace Corps, they in all these African nations. There's even South Sudan or Egypt or North Sudan, irregardless of who the president is, irregardless of what kind of government. They in China, Peace Corps is in China, Communist China. They try to go to North Korea, wherever the Peace Corps try to go. You understand? But African nations like Guinea-Bissau, they speak. Sometimes the government, the official language is not necessarily the native language, but it be Portuguese, like Guinea-Bissau, Angola, Mozambique. The official language is Portuguese. Cameroon, the African nation Cameroon, the official language is English and French. So, you understand? So, but the people still speak their native language, but the government, the official language is English, French, some Portuguese, Spanish, or something like that. And but the majority of African nations, the native language is the official language. In addition to, what they'll call it, the official language. Then they have recognized languages that the government recognizes. And so I haven't left out any African nation, but some African nations is we're trying the native languages and not the European language like English and French, things of this nature. The African nation of Equatorial Guinea, they speak the Fang language. The African nation of Gabon, they speak the Fang language. And so on. But the African nation of Sierra Leone, Peace Corps there, the people speak the Timni language. The Timni language. Now they have a manual. They have a Timni language manual, a PDF. It's a PDF. And, Peace Corps Sierra Leone Timni language manual. Okay. Uh, the African nation of Liberia. The African nation of Liberia, just like Liberia. The official language, English. Official language, like English, and recognized languages. People, you know, the native languages. But they have a compelling reference handbook. It's a PDF by the Educational Resource and Information Center, or ERIC. You can learn speak compelling. Now, the African nation of Ivory Coast, Cote d'Ivoire, the Akan Twi language, the Akan Twi language, Peace Corps languages. They had, they had a lesson, of course, or whatever. They have 45 audios. Now, the Peace Corps Ashanti, the African nation of Ghana, the African nation of Ghana, the Ashanti Twi, the Ashanti Twi, they have courses and ebooks, 19 audios, 19 audios. Now, the African nation of Togo, African nation of Togo, the Iwa language, Iwa. They have courses and ebooks. They have 104 audios, 104 audios. Now, the African nation of Benin, the African nation of Benin, the phone language. They have courses and ebooks, courses and ebooks. Now, the African nation of Nigeria. Now, we know Nigeria is one of the largest population. They have the largest population on the African continent. They have over 100 million people live in Nigeria. Over 100 million. They have the largest population of any African nation on the African continent, Nigeria. Over 100 million. Now, out of that 100 million, the majority of the people in the order, Yoruba, if I ain't mistaken, Hase, and then Igbo. But I know for certain that Yoruba they're the largest population in Nigeria. The second largest population in the African nation of Nigeria is the Hase, that's an Afro-Asiatic group of people. And next to the Hase is the Igbo. Now you know the Yoruba and the Igbo are Niger Congo. The Igbo are the third largest population in the African nation of Nigeria. The fourth largest, Fulani, if I'm not mistaken, Fulani. And after Fulani is the Kanuri. Now you know Fulani are Niger Congo. But after Fulani is Kanuri. The Kanuri are Nilo-Sahara in the African nation of Nigeria. When you put all those people, they're in the millions. Each one of these groups, they're in the millions. There are millions of Yoruba. There are millions of Hase. There are millions of Igbo. There are millions of Fulani, and there are millions of Kanuri, in the millions. And when you put all the people together, and not to the exclusion of all the other groups, the majority of the people that live in Nigeria are Niger Congo. The majority, because you got all these other Nupe, Ijoy, uh, uh, I, I can't even name, Hobo. I can't even name all the people that live in Nigeria. I had to get the Nigerian map and try to name all the people. It'll take probably another 30 minutes to bring up all the other people in Nigeria, and then the millions. But the Peace Corps do have an Igbo language lesson. Not an audio, but it's a language lesson for the Igbo language. Now the African nation of the Republic of Congo, there's two Congos, the Republic of Congo and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Two Congos, the Republic of Congo and the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, the Republic of Congo, the Peace Corps, they have Katube courses. They have Katube courses. Katube courses and e-books. Now, the Republic of Congo, Peace Corps, they have Lingale courses. They have courses and e-books. Now, the African nation Rwanda, the people that live in Rwanda, Banyarwanda, the Banyarwanda people are the the Hutu, the Banyarwanda people are the Hutu, the Tutsi, and the Twa. They are Banyarwanda. And what language do they speak? Kinyarwanda. They speak Kinyarwanda. Now, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're going to say. How can the Hutu and the Tutsi over in the African nation Burundi, in one country they speaking Kinyarwanda, and over in Burundi, the Hutu and the Tutsi, they speaking Kirundi. Now, don't ask me to answer that question. What I suggest you do is get in contact with the Banyarwanda people in Rwanda, get in contact with the people in Burundi yourself, and answer that question. I can't answer. I'm just being honest. I can't answer. Now, the African nation Malawi, the Peace Corps, they have courses, they have e-books, and they have 17 Chiwa. They have 17 Chiwa audios. 17 Chiwa audios. Okay, the African nation of Uganda. The Peace Corps, they have Luganda, the Buganda people. The people that live in Uganda are the Buganda people. Now, there's some other groups who live in Uganda, including some of the Nilo-Saharan. Now, the Peace Corps, they have, like I said, the Buganda people. And they have some Luganda courses. They have Luganda e-books. And they have 12 Luganda audios. 12 Luganda audios. Now, the African nation of Kenya. I tried to find the Kikuyu, Confino Peace Corps Kikuyu, but the African nation, Swahili is the official language of the African nation Uganda. The official language of the African nation Uganda is one, Swahili. The African nation of Kenya, the official language is Swahili. The African nation of Tanzania is Swahili. Now, the African nation of Tanzania, the Sukume people, I didn't find any Sukume language manual, of course, and everything in there. Now, the African nation of Kenya and Tanzania, there are no audios on the Swahili. There are no audio. They have courses and ebooks on the Swahili. Now, the African nation of Zambia. The African nation of Zambia Peace Corps there, they have Bembe. They have a Bembe manual. They have a Bembe language manual, language lesson. Now, the African nation of Zimbabwe, like I said, the African people that live in Zimbabwe, let's just say you go to Wikipedia, it's going to show you the official language. I think it's English language, but they have like 16 recognized languages, including sign language. The African nation of Zimbabwe, they have 16 recognized languages, including sign language. Understand? And the majority of the people that live in Zimbabwe are the Shone. Now, the Shone, man, you can go to 101 languages and you can learn Shone 101 to learn to speak Shone. But when we speak about the Bantu language, the number of speakers, Swahili have the most speakers of all the Bantu language. Millions of people speak Swahili. Now, the second and third largest group of people that speak Bantu languages or Swahili languages are the Shone and the Zulu. The Shone and the Zulu, second and third, whichever one. You put second Shone second, or Zulu third, or vice versa. You can put Zulu second, Shone third, but when it comes to number of speakers in the Bantu language, Swahili had the most speakers of all, in the millions. And after Swahili, the second and third largest are Zulu and Shone. Now, let me see here. Now, the African nation of Botswana. I remember my videos I did last Saturday. I mentioned Botswana. I think it seems like when you click these tabs, sometimes sometimes it'll jump. And but I remember I put it on it. But the African nation of Botswana, the people speak Setswana. Now they have courses and they have ebooks. They have 25 audios for Setswana, but they also have 18 Setswana videos. They have the audios and the videos for Setswana in the African nation of Botswana. Now, also, the Peace Corps is also in the kingdom of Swaziland. You know, Swaziland is like in South Africa. You have Swaziland and you have Lesotho. They both, like monarch. They have a monarch, a king. You understand? Now, the Peace Corps have Siswati courses. So for everybody that's listening, Swaziland. The people in Swaziland, okay, you know what South Africa is in. In South Africa, there are two kingdoms. There's Swaziland and there's another, Lesotho. Now, Swaziland, the people in Swaziland, they speak Siswati. The Peace Corps has courses and ebooks, and they have 9 Siswati audios for the kingdom of Swaziland. Now, Lesotho. Now, there's a PDF, a beginner's tutorial on Sesotho for the Peace Corps volunteers. It's a PDF, and it's pretty good. It's a pretty good manual here. Give you an introduction. Okay, let's look here. For example, if you want to say hello in Lesotho, Lumile, Lumile, and if you want to say thank you, let me see here. Okay, we say hello, Lumile, and if you want to say thank you, Kie Libohe, Libohe, Kie Libohe. So that's Lesotho for the Kingdom of Lesotho. Peace Corps man, PDF, and let's see here. Now Zulu, the African nation of South Africa, they have a introduction to the Zulu language. It's a PDF, and pretty good PDF. Let me see. Let's just say if you want to say good morning, good day, evening, sir, or good day, morning, sir, ma'am. Sunny Bone Nanani. Sunny Bonani. Sunny Bone Mama. So it's pretty good. To give you ingredients and things of this nature. And let's go here. Now we know the African nation Namibia, the African nation Namibia, the Ndange, Ocean Dange, and is a beginner's guide to Ocean Dange, and Ocean Kwanyame, Ocean Kwanyame, Ocean Kwanyame, in the African nation Namibia. And let me see here. Right. And there did it again. There, as soon as I click. But we're gonna get ready to end today's video. All the languages and things of nature. And again, my name is Eric D. Johnson, also known as BrightShine. I live right here in the city of Memphis, in the state of Tennessee, in the county of Shelby. Thank all my fans, my support for your continued encouragement and support. I'll continue to work on my entertainment and my music interest. And to my next video, take care of yourself. Wish each and every one of you very best.
Family mob tu wamelala bila dishi, deli hasa majizi ng'ang'ana na mafisi, form fit hamkosi, kila mwisho wa mwezi hadi sita landlord, kwani madha uliniachia laana, huyu brother amechanganyikiwa kwa sana, ukia mapama Mr. Vigeti mina kwanga sawa, everready kama beti zineza paka pawa, machizi si tushapagawa, nusaka hawa Mr. Vigeti mina kwanga sawa, everready kama beti zineza paka pawa, machizi si tushapagawa, nusaka hawa hata sijui ni blame uchumi, cosplay ya mbunya kutoka kwa temi suni, squeeze wag wanadunga feni kuni, uhuru manzi skiza history, toto dongo ndo wanabakiza ni glory, wakiglorify hundi, look around you, hakuna story ya uzuri, sijui ni nani nitabuni kidole, mtu fulani anakufa juu ya coins kayole, ishi yako bole, kunijaa asante ama my dear pole, juu ya tu pesa kadhaa unakatwa katwa, serikali ino rate mitatu unafatwa fatwa, unauliwa kisha utupwa kwa takataka.